Imagine your traditions mocked, your faith questioned, and your sacred customs changed by foreign rulers. For millions of Indians, this wasn't imagination, it was reality under British rule. Let's uncover the socio-religious causes that pushed India towards 1857. The British introduced reforms like the abolition of sati in 1829, widow remarriage in 1856, and even encouraged girls' education. Though progressive in nature, these reforms were imposed without considering people's feelings. Instead of welcoming change, many Indians saw it as interference in their traditions. When railways and telegraphs arrived, people were suspicious. Rumors spread that telegraph poles were meant to hang rebels. In trains, caste boundaries were ignored as all sat together. Something Orthodox Indians believed was an attack on their religion. British officers behaved arrogantly. They mocked Indian traditions, called Mughals unfaithful, and treated common people with contempt. Such open racism created deep resentment.
I dreamed of an India where no one slept hungry, yet poverty still chains millions. I fought caste, but discrimination survives in whispers and in violence. I wanted women to walk free, yet many live in fear. I hoped for justice for the poor, but the scales still tilt in favor of the rich. This is not the Swaraj we envisioned. We broke free from the British, but have we truly freed ourselves from injustice? My changemakers, comment below.
Police and petty officials were corrupt. The rich escaped punishment, but the poor were looted and tortured. Justice was only for those who could pay for it. The poor suffered the most. Cultivators unable to pay land revenue were flogged, tortured, or jailed. Poverty and hunger forced many to believe that only a rebellion could improve their lives. In the 19th century, the British attitude to religion changed. Missionaries denounced idol worship and mocked Indian beliefs. With the Charter Act of 1813, missionaries spread further, making Indians suspect that conversion to Christianity was being encouraged by the government. English education was introduced in traditional institutions. Pandits and Maulvis feared that this shift from Sanskrit and Arabic learning was meant to weaken Indian culture. Many believed it was a hidden attempt to make children embrace Christianity. Even religious places were not spared. Lands belonging to temples and mosques were taxed, breaking traditions of earlier rulers. Families dependent on these lands spread fears that the British wanted to undermine Indian religions. In 1850, the Religious Disabilities Act allowed converts from Hinduism to inherit family property. To many Hindus, this was a direct attack, an incentive to abandon one's faith for wealth. By the mid-1800s, every reform, rumor, and act of interference had deepened distrust. The social fabric was strained, religious sentiments wounded, and suspicion ran wild. The people were convinced the British were out to destroy their way of life. Political betrayal had enraged rulers, and now religious fears had angered the masses. But poverty and exploitation added more fuel to the fire. In episode 4, we'll uncover the economic causes that pushed India closer to the First War of Independence.
School Hive.